How much be these tomatoes now?
Now 200 kg, my brother.
Wait, you gonna change me now? Oh, oh, what's that? It just changed now.
Someone told you to save 10% of your income. Maybe it was a finance book. Maybe it was a YouTube video. Maybe it was your uncle at Christmas. Save 10%, that's all you need. And you believed it. You set up the transfer. You watched that savings account grow, and then nothing changed. You're still stressed about rent, still one emergency away from zero, still wondering why doing everything right feels like going nowhere. Here's what nobody told you. The 10% rule was never designed for Nigeria. And following it here, with our inflation, our naira, our economy, is one of the quietest ways to stay broke your entire life. Stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this rule is failing you, what the math actually looks like, and what to do instead. Part 1. Where the 10% rule actually came from. The 10% savings rule didn't come from Nigeria. It didn't come from Africa. It came from America, specifically from a book written in 1926 called The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon, 1926. George Clason wrote it for Western readers in a Western economy before inflation was the monster it is today. The idea was simple. Pay yourself first. Every time you earn money, take 10% off the top and save it before you spend anything else. And in 1926 America, that actually worked. Why? Because the dollar was stable. Inflation was low. A dollar saved today was worth almost the same dollar in 5 years.
How much be these tomatoes now?
Now 200 kg, my brother.
Wait, you gonna change me now? Oh, what's that? It just changed now.
But here's the question nobody asks. What happens to that rule when the currency you're saving in loses 40% of its value in a single year? Nigerian inflation, 2023, 28.9%, 2024, 33.2%. That's not a hypothetical, that's Nigeria, right now. Part 2, the real math. Nobody shows you. Let's run the numbers honestly. Say you earn 200,000 naira a month. You follow the rule perfectly. You save 10%. 200,000 naira times 10% equals 20,000 naira per month saved. That's 20,000 naira a month. 240,000 naira a year sounds decent, right? Now here's where it breaks. Nigeria's inflation rate right now sits above 30%. That means the purchasing power of your money is shrinking by roughly 2.5% every single month. Your 240,000 naira saved at the start of the year? By December, it can only buy what 168,000 naira could buy in January. 240,000 naira saved to real value by December. 168,000 naira you saved all year. And you lost 72,000 naira in purchasing power. While the money just sat there. That's not saving. That's a slow leak. And that's before we even talk about what a typical Nigerian savings account pays you in interest. Most savings accounts in Nigeria right now offer between 4% and 10% interest per year. Inflation is running at over 30%. Savings interest, 4 to 10%. Inflation, 30%. Plus, you are mathematically guaranteed to lose money every single year you follow this rule. Part 3. Why nobody talks about this? So why does everyone keep teaching the 10% rule like it's gospel? 3 reasons. Reason 1. Most personal finance content you consume online was made in America, the UK, or Canada. Their inflation is different. Their financial systems are different. Their currencies are different. When a US creator tells you to save 10%, it works for them. They're not lying, they're just not talking to you. Reason 2. Banks profit when you save. A savings account full of your naira sitting at 8% interest while inflation runs at 33% means the bank is borrowing your money cheaply and lending it at 25 to 30% to someone else. Your savings account isn't a safe, it's a donation. Reason 3. The 10% number feels achievable. It feels responsible. It makes us feel like we're doing something. And the most dangerous financial mistakes are always the ones that feel responsible while they're happening. Part 4. So, what actually works? Okay, so I'm not here to just tell you the rule is broken without giving you something better. Here's what the math actually says you need to do in Nigeria's economic reality. Rule 1. Save less in cash, invest more. The goal isn't to save naira. The goal is to preserve value. That means some of what you're currently putting in a savings account needs to move into assets that grow faster than inflation. Dollar-denominated assets, stocks, real estate, or mutual funds that beat 30%. Rule 2. The real number isn't 10%. It's 25 to 30%. If you want your savings to actually grow in real terms in Nigeria, meaning after inflation, you need to be putting away closer to 25 to 30% of your income, not 10%. I know that sounds hard. It is hard. But knowing the real target is better than hitting a false one. Rule 3. Emergency fund not equal to savings account. Your emergency fund, the 3 to 6 months of expenses you're told to keep liquid, should not be sitting in a naira savings account long term. Consider dollar savings accounts, treasury bills, or money market funds that at least partially protect against inflation while keeping funds accessible. Here's the honest truth. The 10% savings rule isn't evil. The people who taught it to you weren't trying to hurt you, but it was built for a different economy, a different currency, and a different reality. In Nigeria, saving blindly is not a virtue. It's a silent tax you pay every year without realizing it. Saving naira in 2025 without investing is wealth destruction. The most important financial skill you can build right now isn't discipline. It's understanding, knowing where to actually put your money so that time works for you instead of against you. And that's exactly what this channel exists to teach you. Subscribe on me, not one video a week, no fluff, just the real stuff. Now, if this video made you think differently about how you save, hit subscribe. Every week I break down one financial idea that the mainstream either gets wrong or never explains in a way that makes sense for where we actually live. And drop a comment. I want to know, how much of your income are you currently saving and where is it sitting? Let's talk about it. My name is Prime, and I'll see you in the next one.